Hi, Pipe Smokers. This is Paul Gilson, aka Paul the Pipe Guy, live from the outskirts of Rochester, New York, in the United States of America. Yeah. And it's Tuesday. Yeah. So grab your pipe, grab your favorite blend. If you want a beverage, grab that and let's have a smoke together. The current time right now is 6:35, 35 minutes after the hour, Eastern Standard Time in the good old United States of America. And it is currently 47 degrees outside and cloudy. Rained a little bit today and so forth. And yeah, so let's have our smoke together. And what we have here is we have a Barentini Canadian style pipe. I've showed this pipe before. It has unbelievable briar. There is not one factory fill in this Barentini pipe. I have to do some research and date it. This is an estate pipe, vintage, and it is in superb condition. I'm not going to do the measurements, Mr. Pipe Smoker, I'm sorry. And this goes to my friend JD Silver from Ontario, Canada. Yeah, we're going to smoke this. And with that, I know I smoked this yesterday. Two Friends Celtic Mist. I love it. By Cornell and Deal. I love it. And this was actually tinned on 9/26 of 2021. And I love this stuff. But look at that pipe. Oh my gosh. Now, Barentini is still in business. They started making pipes in Italy in 1890. And right now they sell, I looked at the website, they've kind of been in and out of business over the years. They sell for between 70 and 100 euro, which is about 106 US dollars plus shipping and tax and everything. But this one, I do want to research it and find out, because this could be an older one. I mean, if you look at that briar, you've got to have a huge piece of briar, all right, to make something like that. I mean, that thing is long. That's about 9 inches long. And Mr. Pipe Smoker, I'm sorry, I'm not going to get out the calipers, but that's about 9 inches long. So JD Silver, this goes to you. And actually, yesterday's video that I kind of did off the cuff with the storm, I rewatched it and I was like, we had some technical difficulties where you know, it's showing the storm and this and that. And if you look at yesterday's video, and oh, by the way, according to my Pipes and Cigars calendar, it is 26. Yeah, it's Tuesday the 26th, 2022. So I had the camera at different angles and so forth, and so sometimes I'm upright and sometimes just sideways. So you guys, I'm sorry for anybody that has sore necks that had to watch that torturous video and you're like this today. So let's just light this on fire, this gorgeous Canadian pipe. JD, this goes out to you. And JD actually did comment on that video and said, let's get together and hang out. And he's in Ontario, Canada, which is not far from me. So JD, yeah, I'm actually haven't had a chance to respond to that, but yeah, I would love to hang out, and we'll talk about that. Yeah. Mm. I just love this Two Friends Celtic Mist. I smoked it yesterday. Later in the evening, and just it burns so well. It's an all-day smoke. Let's just real quickly read in there what's in here. Not to bore you, I did do a tobacco review on it, but it says a base of the highest grades of Cavendish with just a bit of burley, is enhanced with, I apologize, my eyesight's not as good as it used to. This is very small writing. With wonderfully sweet Virginia tobaccos. The delightful tobacco flavor sets the stage, enhanced, not overwhelmed, by the addition of a little essence of Irish mist. That's a liqueur. The room aroma is equally enchanting for those fortunate enough to be in the presence of the smoker. Signed www.cornellanddeal.com. I don't know. I just love this. It is an all-day smoke. It's an aromatic. I mean, it just is an all-day smoke. This is something you could take into public. I actually took this into work on Friday, and I was smoking it outside, and people were like, I love the smell of that. They don't know what room note is or any of that stuff. So in the news, I guess, and I may not have all my facts straight. Nobody ever does. Somebody bought Twitter, I guess. I don't have a Twitter account, so I don't know. I just saw what popped up, and supposedly somebody, some billionaire, very successful young man, God bless him, bought Twitter. So Twitter is now a privately owned company, and supposedly they may be charging subscriptions to Twitter, meaning you would have to pay monthly like you would for anything else that you like. They have to pay monthly for. And then they don't have to have advertisers, so therefore the advertisers, which can sometimes become special interest advertisers, if you get my drift, won't have control over Twitter's content. I don't have an account. Should be interesting to see how that plays out. And supposedly they can spend more time on their subscriptions and moving forward and making money for the company instead of worrying about censoring people that say what they want to say on Twitter. And here again, I guess we'll see how that plays out. You get my drift. I once knew, and this is going back a long, long time ago, an IT guy. IT isn't like a computer guy. And he worked for a multi-millionaire that I worked for, and we became friends. Oh, he came over to my house and did some computer work. And he told my son, he says, you should get into computers, and this is going back a million years. Told my oldest son, who has since passed on, you should get into computers, because if you know computers and you control the IT department, which controls everything within the place that I work, he says, no one will ever mess with you because you are in control over the transfer of information, over payroll, basically over anything that a computer does. If you're the only IT person working at a business, no one messes with you because if they're smart enough, they know if they mess with you, certain things might, I don't know, computer errors or something like that. All of a sudden you might not have a paycheck. Geez, I don't know how that happened. My brother was in IT. He's passed on too. For General Railway Signal. Used to be a big company in Rochester. One guy was messing with him. This is going back to the 1980s, when computers were a bit primitive. And he was messing with my brother and messing with my brother. Well, my brother was working in IT in the payroll department at General Railway Signal. All of a sudden the guy's like, I didn't get a paycheck this week. So he goes to my brother Chris. What's going on with us? You know, I didn't get paid this week. He's like, let me look. Oh yeah. Remember how you've been messing with me? The guy's like, well, I don't know. Whatever the response was, he's like, there seems to have been a computer glitch. Yeah, you didn't get paid this week. I'll try to fix the glitch. You might not get paid next week either. I'll do the best I can. But don't ever mess with me again. That guy was afraid of my brother. That guy treated my brother like a god after that. Now, I would never do something like that. My brother was kind of a control freak, God rest his soul. He's in heaven. But he didn't put up with crap. If someone messed with him, he stood up for himself and he just said, I'll try to fix the glitch. The guy went like 2-3 weeks without a paycheck. And then my brother fixed the glitch that you get it. And the guy finally got paid. But I'm sure it put a little pain on him. You go 2-3 weeks without a paycheck. I'm trying to stay under the wire with this, but you folks know what I'm talking about. Interesting, isn't it? Everything used to be on paper or on the radio. Then it went to television. You know, you had the newspaper, you had radio, then it went to television. Most people didn't own a television in the 1950s. They were still listening to the radio and reading the newspaper. And those working at those places could basically tell you kind of what they wanted to. Kind of like what the devil does. The devil will tell you 90% truth and 10% lies. And you take it hook, line, and sinker. But enough about that. Those of you who are Christians understand what I'm talking about. Those of you who are not, that's okay. You probably understand it too. You can't believe the news media now. They twist things and bend them and they tell you what they want. Talk to enough people around where I said, hey, I saw this on the news, which I don't even watch the news anymore. Is that what's really going on in your country? No, it's not, but that's what they're telling us too, but we're here and we see it. Interesting. As Elmer Fudd used to say, very interesting, Mr. Rabbit. And now Elmer Fudd is not even allowed to carry a gun. They disarmed him. Well, we're going to take a little break. Oh, yeah. Maybe we went across the line a little bit here, but it is what it is. That's the truth. Absolutely love this Canadian pipe, JD. You'll see this, JD. We'll be smoking two friends together, or whatever blend you like. And I'll bring some pipes, some different blends. We'll get together this summer. I would love to hang out with you, as you say, hang out. Meaning a beautiful summer day on a weekend or something like that by the beach in Olcott, or we can email each other on that and I'll share some things with you. We'll be right back. I'm going to take a break. All right, so we're back. Staring out my front kitchen window, sitting at my kitchen table. I haven't shaved in a week. My daughter's getting married this weekend. My third daughter to be married out of 4 daughters. Found a very good man. Love those 2 friends. This Canadian pipe is so good. On a lighter side, it's, I know Brad the Bearded Piper likes this. Stupid dad jokes. You know, you can get this off of Amazon. Dad jokes, the good, the bad, and the terrible. Let's read something out of that. Let's see, we'll just do dad joke bingo. And we'll only do a couple of these. It's part of the show. What are Cal's favorite party games? Here's the question again. What are Cal's favorite party games? Musical chairs. You need a drum roll after every one of these. Alright. The next one, the question is, what is the definition of robin? A bird who steals. What is the definition of robin? A bird who steals. What cat purrs more than any other? The question is, what cat purrs more than any other? A Persian. The guy that came up with this book let's do a couple more. We're on a roll. Right now, probably 47 of you have unsubscribed. 33 of you have probably already laughed and blown tobacco out of your pipe, and your wife is probably upset that you burned the carpet or whatever, or you've set something on fire. I don't know. Kind of like when you laugh and when you're a kid, when you're drinking a Coca-Cola or something like that, and somebody says something's funny, and you have stuff, you laugh so hard when you're swallowing and it comes out your nose. Yeah, well, oh, here's one. Orion's belt is a big waste of space. Only you astronomers would understand that. This one's really bad. What runs all day but never gets tired? What runs all day and never gets tired? Water. I like this one. How many apples grow on a tree? The question is, how many apples grow on a tree? The answer is all of them. All right, yeah, we're going to put this book down now. Brad, I hope that was for you, Brad the Bearded Piper. And if you haven't checked out Brad the Bearded Piper, check him out. Brad the Bearded Piper out of Pennsylvania. One of my mates. He's a good man. Check his channel out. I'm actually having a giveaway this weekend. One of the biggest giveaways of my life. Something that is priceless to me. And the giveaway is on Sunday. When I give my daughter away to a very respectable man. That's going to be my Sunday giveaway. I'm giving away my daughter. I'll still have my daughter, but her fiance's family is going to gain a daughter. I'll still retain mine, but I will gain a son from it too. And their family will still get to keep their son, but I'll gain a son also. And he's a fine man. Ah, shit. It's kind of tearing me up a little bit. I'm going to have to hold back the tears walking down the aisle. Anyway, Paul the Pipe Guy, live from Rochester, New York. Hope you enjoyed the video. Never give up. There's always going to be mountains in our way. And I was talking about with one of my good close brothers at work, and we were talking about mountains. And he says, man, my car and this and that, I had to come up with all this money to fix it. And I said, you know what? That's what you work for. You work hard every day. You're my partner. I mean, we're partners on this one project. He has his job and I got mine, and there's other people involved. I said, be thankful that you have a job that you come to work hard for every day. That when something happens to your car, you know what? You got the money. You know, you're complaining about, oh, it cost me X number of dollars to fix it and get it back on the road. But you worked hard and you saved, and you have a little emergency fund. And yeah, you might have used up most of that, but you're going to continue to work hard. And think about it. Your car's fixed now, man. That's a huge blessing. Now you're not hitching rides back and forth to work for the last week, all right? So sometimes we have to look at the simple things and think about that. Think about, all right, I'm working hard. I have a transportation problem, but I have the money to fix it, although it might use up most of the money that I have saved. And some of us live week to week, you know, a lot of people do. I says, now you've invested that money into your car. You're going to continue to work hard, and you're going to build that savings back up. But feel blessed that you have a place to go to work, make money, your car's fixed, and now you're cruising back and forth, not being like, hey man, can you pick me up? Hey man, can you drop me off? You might be broke today, but you get a paycheck on Friday. Just remember that. And we talked about mountains in front of us. I said, look, your life is going to be full of mountains. Mountains that you have to climb, all right? You get to, and you think that maybe you can't climb them, maybe you're not strong enough. But you find it within yourself and the help of your Creator. You climb them, you reach the apex of that mountain, and you're looking down the other side, and you see a beautiful valley, and you're all tired out because you had to climb that mountain. Well, maybe God just moved it. Maybe He just wiped it out of your way and you had a clear path. Or maybe you had to hike until you had absolutely nothing left in you, and you reach the top and you rest and you look down the other side of the mountain, and then there's a beautiful valley, and then you hike down the mountain, which is easier. You made it up over that mountain. Now you're enjoying yourself. You're enjoying that beautiful valley for a moment in time. And then there's another mountain. That's the way life is. Until you reach your finish line that your Maker has planned for you, there's going to be peaks and valleys. That's never going to change. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care how poor you are. But never give up and always have faith. And when you reach the finish line, God's finish line, it's all going to be gravy for eternity. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Paul the Pipe Guy, over and out. And remember, who's in control. We'll be back